Hello! So today I'm just gonna show you all my Inktober sketches because I was so happy. I really wanted to do it this year. So, oh my god, I have no idea how to structure this video. So for those of you who don't know what Inktober is, it's where you just draw a different picture every single day for the entire month of October. So you should have 31 sketches and you have to draw them in ink or pen or marker. I use marker at least. Like, I think that falls under the category of pen for Inktober. All right, I'm gonna show you my sketches. So I used two different notebooks because some of them I sketched at school, so I could only use the smaller notebook rather than like the big boy. So my first sketch was to show that I'm doing Inktober. Get it? My favorite part is always drawing like the little detailed stuff. Like when I drew this, the moth meme was really big, so I drew a moth and then like there's a little worm that's a lamp, and then he's actually dressed up as Doctor Strange, and then he has the little gauntlet, and then there's a little grandma bug, a little roly-poly that's gonna hand out candy. And this house in the background got TP'd. I don't know, I love stuff like that. My second sketch, we were watching Raging Bull that day, so I drew Jake LaMotta, but I like made him like a goob. This is Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta. So if you haven't seen Raging Bull, go and watch it. Because it's a really beautiful movie cinematically. If you don't like violence, maybe don't watch it, because And then my third sketch, I drew a chicken. Because who doesn't love chickens? Actually, for this month, you're gonna see a lot of bird sketches because I love birds and I love drawing birds. And I especially love chickens and parrots. So you're gonna see a lot of those. My fourth sketch was inspired by Mariah Elizabeth. So I started watching a bunch of her DIY squishy transformations or remakes or whatever, and she always makes them dessert themed. So I decided to make my bird dessert themed because I just love that like aesthetic. It's supposed to be like a waffle cone ice cream and then like a little cupcake, and then they're like whipped cream. I don't know, I thought it was so cute. So my fifth sketch, I'm more happy, it's not one of my best sketches of like a person, but I'm more happy with how my coloring turned out, because I was worried like when I colored it was gonna turn out really shitty. But it's Goth Girl, because you know, gotta get them goth GFs these days. She's inspired from the character Nikki from 16 and Rogue from X-Men Evolution. Okay, so this one I like really f***ed up on. I was trying to draw, I think it was called A Crane of Paradise, and I didn't think it looked good, and then I just made it into this. I made it into Jesus Crane, because then I drew, like, it does actually have those like spiky things around it, and then I just drew a halo, and then after that I just added everything else around it. I'm like, if you're wondering about the spaceship, there's like a bunch of old biblical paintings that have like these weird looking little, I think they're supposed to be like the light of God or like the Holy Spirit or something, but they look like UFOs, and that also goes into like why people think they're ancient aliens and stuff. Oh wow, what do you think? What do you think it's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be another bird? Because you're right. I drew the Ravenclaw because I am also a Ravenclaw, and I thought it would be super cool because, yeah. Also, I just love crows and ravens anyway. Like, I just think they're funny birds, and I think they're really cool and intelligent. And I think the last time I took that quiz for the Golden Compass movie to like see what Damon you are, I got a crow that time. So I don't know, crows have like a special place in my heart. So day 8, I was stuck in class again, and I drew a peacock. Ooh. Not very good. I tried to make like a shadow underneath and it didn't work out. Day 10, I drew like you know how they keep finding dinosaurs and they keep finding out that like they probably had feathers, like velociraptors probably had feathers and stuff. So I drew an alligator with feathers. Like, this is how alligators would look today had they become more bird-like. Like, you know how evolution works, you know it. I mostly know because when I was really little I wanted to be a paleontologist, so I tried to like research as much as I could. about paleontology as like a little kid, of course. Like dinosaurs evolved into birds and reptiles, so. Also, most of these sketches I don't use a reference for. You can tell the ones I use a reference for, but for day 11, I tried to draw Mammy and Morty. So I tried to draw Mammy. It's a really sad looking cat on Instagram that I love. Like just the saddest little face. It doesn't look too much like the cat, but it was like heavily inspired from that. And for day 12, I drew Bunnicula. Do you remember the book series, Bunnicula? It was like the bunny that ate the juices out of the vegetable but like sucked them out, and he was like a vampire bunny. This one was atrocious. I was trying to draw like Greco-Roman goddess. Oh my god. Okay, don't focus on my face. Yeah, no, not very good. Okay, so I think this is last day in the little book. I drew an owlet. It was not very good. So for day 14, I drew Dipper, but I drew that meme specifically. This is kind of good. I didn't look at like the reference too much, but you know, because I don't like using references, and when I have to, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it in my own style. So he says, I am crab. Oh no, human is in woods. No look, no take picture of me. No, you die now. Okay, and then the 17th, I was really giving up. I was losing a lot of steam. Actually, right near the end, I was losing a lot of steam, so the art quality kind of goes down, but whatever. It's a fish lady. You get it, you know what it is. Yeah, and then day 18, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. So I drew this little surfer dude. Okay, so here's the most horrifying image that I drew, because I thought, like, you know, it's Inktober, you should be drawing spooky stuff. So I did draw one terrifying picture. Please note, trigger warning, this is like deeply, deeply disturbing, so. Because I'm taking a Martin Scorsese film class, all about his director style, and I didn't realize until like a week ago that Martin Scorsese played a voice in Shark Tale with Robert De Niro. You know, it's a disappointing time in my life to realize that that was probably the first movie I've seen Martin Scorsese act in, if that doesn't age me. So, this was for, I don't know, it's really ugly because my sister's boyfriend loves pigs. Day 21 was a drawing that I drew in someone else's sketchbook. It was one of those things where like they draw a shape and then I draw a creature out of it. So, okay, I was actually like really proud of this sketch. First it was just a head, and then it got really cool. It got like morbid, but here you go. I was pretty happy with it. Like all the little hatching and pretty cool stuff. Okay, and then this is where it went downhill again. Because I wanted to do like the same thing that I did yesterday, and it turned into this. Yeah, no. And for the last like 2 weeks, I've been getting super into Simply Nailogical, and I thought this was so funny. Ben, get my tea, Ben! Oh my god, this was so much fun too. Because he's holding holding his taxes. Like little nail polish. If you look real close, there's Zyler, and then there's Minchie, and she's licking her bed like always. But it was so much fun to draw. I learned a lot of drawing through like cartoony drawings because I always wanted to be a comic artist or something along the lines of that. So like, I always tried to draw like really realistic faces, and it just never worked out. So, I don't know, I feel like it's like such a relief to go back to just drawing cartoons again. Like art is finally fun again. Thanks Duke for ruining art for me. So day 25, I drew just a little ghost. I don't know, just a simple little ghost. I thought it'd be fun. I felt like I wasn't drawing enough spooky stuff. So that says Boo Man, Ghost Man, definitely won't be a skeleton. And then like a skeleton arm is punching out of the grave. Some guy probably sucked the second, and then like underneath it says something good about his life. This is like a really sad one too. There's a baby grave. There's a baby. I actually saw that a lot when I had to do an archaeology project where I went to the cemetery. I saw a lot of baby grapes that just said baby on them. So historically accurate. This one, okay, this was actually like a short little film that we did in high school for video announcements, and like I remember like a bunch of kids were like super mean about it, and it was like, had they known like all of the editing effort and like having to film it really late at night, like all of the effort that like went into this like 30-second short, then they probably wouldn't have been very mean. But because you only really see its eyes in the short, so I tried to make like what it looked like. So yeah, I don't know, I thought it looked really cool. Like had we had the actual effects to do that, that would have been cool. You can see I messed up on the coloring because I'm just not good at coloring. Also, I bought like the cheapest markers ever. So, oh, this was so much fun. Okay, this is like hands down my favorite bird ever in the world. Probably favorite animal ever. Ever since I watched Last Chance to See, that was a series that was on Netflix for a while. It was originally a BBC series. The very last episode, they went to New Zealand and like an island off the coast of New Zealand where they had the kakapo. Look at that bird. Oh, it's just the cutest little cutie ever. I'll put in my little reference photo because god damn, it's so cute. 28, I was actually pretty happy with the way that it turned out. Just don't look at the hands. It was a little fish creature thing. So I was very happy with it. And then this one I just totally dropped the ball on. Again, I can't color, and then on top of that it's just a bad drawing. So it's a little Indian ringneck parrot. This was a parrot that I thought I would want for a while, but I think if I ever got a parrot, I would get an African gray parrot because they're just so much better. Do this. This is also a very bad drawing. I just dropped the ball on this one. Day 30. It's a little seal pup. Before we get to number 1, I have some honorable mentions. What am I, Watch Mojo? Before October started, I wanted to like prep myself by drawing more, so I got used to like drawing every single day. So I drew here. It's a little womp rat. It's kind of like a mix of like the Lego version and like the movie version. And then I drew this guy who does not know who he is, and I don't even know who he is. So yeah. Here's a comic of my English professor. He says, instead of one-on-one walking meetings, let's do a group walking session. And I said, thanks, I hate it. Like, I thrive in one-on-one settings, like with professors, but then it's like, oh, put me in a group. It's like, well, guess you're not gonna hear me talk. And then this was actually the first one I drew. It's a skeleton, or it's a little pumpkin. I thought this would be like a more accurate Pumpkin King than the one in Nightmare Before Christmas. Because like Jack, the skeleton, is the Pumpkin King. Like, this is a Pumpkin King. And then the very last one, Happy Halloween. Yay! Yeah, I don't know, happy Halloween. I hope you like my little sketches. I really strongly recommend, if you do want to get good at drawing, you should just do this. Like, just draw every single day. I have an Inktober. Yeah. So, happy Halloween, hope you like my sketches. I should have 2 new videos coming out. One is actually a Shane Dawson critique. I might film this actually right after this. And then I have me answering 371 questions. So hopefully I'll get that out soon, but who knows? It's taken me a very long time. It'll be 2 parts. It has to be 2 parts. Because I'm not even halfway done. It's already ½ hour long. So I'll just do the Christine. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!